So here is the power landscape. You really need to understand who has the power. And unfortunately, most people think it's, you know, the big countries, organizations, etc. But it's more than that. Every single thing around us is a network. Money is a network. Religion is a network. Corporations, roads, infrastructures, electricity, search, telecommunications, pharmaceuticals. The stock market is a network. Pretty much everything is a network. And guess what all of these have in common? Someone controls it. Someone controls it, dictates what happens within it. I mean, who is the head of Christians? The Pope, yeah. What about a country? It will be the Prime Minister or Parliament or Congress or whatever. Even national roads, that is a network in two senses. So really, it's not a case of who's in power. It's not Trump versus Jinping or Putin, etc. Most politicians, they're only there for 4 to 8 years. Or in case of Jinping, like China have just passed a rule that, you know, is it President Xi or Jinping? He's now in power forever until he dies. He's just passed his own law so that there are no more re-elections. He is like in power until he dies, which is just nuts.
Putin's been there for 18 years.
Yeah, and Putin, he's got like 90% popularity vote, which is unheard of in any, sorry? Apparently, yeah. But that's unheard of in any sort of a modern country. But yeah, it's who controls the networks that everyone needs. We need telecommunications, roads, internet. Hell, Google search is a network. We all need that stuff. And what you'll find out is that the biggest networks on the planet are the money network and the energy network. And my tinfoil hat theory is that whoever owns the money network also owns the energy network. Because if you own the money network, you have the ability to own anything you want, basically. And Baron Mayer one of the Rothschilds in the 1600s said, "I don't care who is in power, it's whoever controls the money supply controls the country." I've bastardized that quote, but it's pretty close. So yeah, whoever controls these money networks controls the world. And the thing is, they're probably quite scared, or it depends which way you think about it. Like there is a, in fact, I'm just curious, hands up if you think cryptos and Bitcoin was created by a benevolent, you know, person that wants to send the power to the people. Hands up. Okay, go and put them wide up. Okay, so does that mean everyone else here thinks that the elite created cryptos and Bitcoin? Possibly. No? Okay.
50-50 on both.
50-50, yeah. Interesting. Do you know who created 85% of the original Bitcoin algorithm? The NSA. Do you know who created SHA-256-bit encryption?
NSA.
The NSA. By the way, SHA-256-bit encryption is supposedly one... In fact, James, where is James? James, how secure is SHA-256? Pretty secure. There's no way you could do a brute force attack on SHA-256, is there?
Not economically yet.
Yeah, it would take a long time and a lot of resources, yeah. I saw a YouTube video on how secure is SHA-256, and the example is something stupid like if you got every computer on the planet combined to try and brute force attack a SHA-256, it would take something like 1 billion years. Something stupid like YouTube it. But the thing is, like, if the NSA created pretty much all of Bitcoin and SHA-256, which is basically the thing that encrypts nearly every crypto on the planet, it wouldn't be so far or in extreme to suggest that they could have also put a backdoor in it. So, yeah. But anyway, regardless of who created Bitcoin, etc., when you look at the world in terms of networks and network rulers, you can sort of picture or understand why stuff happens. Like the whole thing that's going on with Syria, this is very controversial. Everyone's going to think I'm a nutcase by the end of this. Like it's nothing to do with, you know, Assad killing his own people or anything. It's about the gas lines. This is an energy play and a global positioning play. Basically, it's a case of who supplies Europe with natural gas? We have, let's call it the East, which is basically, yeah, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Russia-backed, and also Chinese-backed pipeline. And we have the Western one, and they all happen to go to through Syria, and that is the reason there. And also remember, war is an investment. You don't spend tens of billions of pounds going to war just to, you know, put a new dictator in because he's killing his kids or his population. They need a return on investment, and the ROI typically tends to be oil. Why have we not invaded Zimbabwe and got rid of like all the despot dictators in Africa? Because most of them don't have any resources to, you know, it's where's the ROI? So yeah, and it's interesting because North Korea, I think, is sat on a bit of a precipice here, because they could, like this dude, could be very smart or very stupid. Basically, South Korea, well, they're not very friendly with North Korea, but even they've said that North Korea sat on $10 trillion worth of rare earth minerals. Rare earth minerals are the 17 rarest elements on the planet, and nothing electronic would work without these rare earth minerals. North Korea has $10 trillion worth of them, untapped. There's not even mines on them. They've literally just got them all over the country. So North Korea could be really bad, because he could maintain that crazy, you know, Team America style evil henchman, and then he'll end up getting nuked and invaded. Or he could play, you know, the smart card and then go, right, we're going to open up our borders, and then like allow all the energy companies in, and allow America, allow the West to try and bring it up to modern day standards, and put in all the, you know, the energy companies in. And the thing is, most network rulers, when you read enough books, you can sort of understand that the biggest fear that most of these despots have is retention of power. That's all they care about. They got all the money in the world. All they care about is the retention of power. And I see, from where little old Norwich boy is seeing this, I see the only way that he can retain power and be king of North Korea, etc., is by letting in the world. And the thing is, if he does do that, I mean, North Korea could turn into one of the richest countries on the planet if he does that. And also, if the moment their borders are open for business, just like Myanmar's recently done, and like China did in 1976, I'm going to be on the first freaking plane to North Korea. I really am. I'm going to, yeah, it's a good investment opportunity. Well, with its risks, obviously. Depends how open borders they become.